My last post was all about harvesting cardoons, and now I'm going to show you my absolute favorite way to prepare them to eat. Fried cardoons. It takes a while, but it's a labor of love the way I've adapted it over the years. But it's also a way to celebrate the plant and just have some fun in the wintertime with food. You know, I love to cook. For all of you out there that are foodies and love to cook as well, I mean, there's something about spending hours in the kitchen preparing food with love. And so that's what cardoons are all about. So I'm going to show you, first of all, here I've got a pot of water. It's filled halfway, I'm going to add a tablespoon of salt to it. You really do want a nice salty water for the cardoons just to give them that flavor that they need. I'm also, this is lemon thyme from the garden. If you don't have lemon thyme, you can just use regular thyme. You don't need to do anything. Just throw it in there. Well, wash it first, right? And then a lemon. So the thing about cardoon stems is right when you start to either, if they get bruised or if you cut them, they will start to oxidize. So they'll start to turn like a rust color. So you want to prevent that. That's why I have my pot of water here. We want to peel and cut the cardoons and put them right into here. And just squeezing a lemon in there will add enough acidity to prevent the oxidization process. So, yep, squeeze that in there. If you get some seeds in there, it's no big deal. You're not going to eat them. They'll all just be picked away. So, just squeeze a whole lemon in there. Okay, and now the cardoons. They have to be, the inside is nice and smooth. These outside, it's all very fibrous and stringy, so it has to be removed. You have to peel it. Now, I don't have a vegetable peeler. Why? I don't know. I don't know why. But see, not good. Don't want to eat that. So, if you have a vegetable peeler, like a normal person, you're going to have a lot more fun with this part here. But a knife also works. All right, and then I just cut them into about 2-inch, 1.5 to 2-inch pieces. And then put them directly into the lemon water here with the salt. That will prevent them from turning brown and oxidizing. So once you have them all peeled and in your pot, you're going to want to bring it to a boil, and it will need to boil for around 45 minutes or until they're tender. Sometimes it takes a little longer. Sometimes I've had it go 50 minutes or so. Just keep checking them until like you put it in your mouth and it's nice and tender. To make gluten-free breadcrumbs, my favorite bread to use is Brazilian cheese bread. They have a recipe on the back, so there is no wheat or anything in it. They're made with tapioca flour, there's a bunch of cheese, eggs, olive oil, all good things, right? So this Bob's Red Mill, not getting paid to tell you all this right now, I'm just showing you. On the back of their tapioca flour is a recipe for Brazil. It's a free recipe for Brazilian cheese bread. You can follow this. I'm sure there's plenty of recipes online. So the center is still really kind of spongy and soft. So what you'll want to do is just put them in the toaster oven and toast them until the insides start to get a crispness to them. And now that everything is nice and toasted, you can tell there's some firmness to the inside of these Brazilian cheese breads as well. it's time to blend them in the food processor. So these, keep this in mind, even with the best food processor, which I do not have, these are not going to be those perfect teeny tiny little powdery crumbs that we consider breadcrumbs. This is more of a batter. When it starts out, it's like a liquid form. It comes out of a blender, so it's very moist. So the crumb on this is going to be a little bit thicker than what most people are used to, but I assure you, once it's battered and fried properly, there's nothing like it. So what we do now at this point, now that they're all toasted, just break them up into small pieces and put them into the food processor. Beautiful. Oh, that's so pretty. When you put a whole day worth of effort into making your food and then you look at it and you're like, that's so beautiful, right? Like you just feel like a sense of accomplishment. So I just boiled these cardoon stems for 45 minutes. I just tasted one. They're beautifully tender and delicious. So now all we have to do is just dump them through a colander to drain. And we want them to dry completely. No moisture left in them at all. So leave them out for a good amount of time to drain here. So the reason you want these cardoon stems to be dry is because the initial dip is into tapioca flour, and you really want the tapioca flour to adhere to the cardoon stems. So we're just gonna put them all in there and toss them. Make sure they're super coated. I did put a little of salt and pepper into the actual tapioca flour. And this is the beginning. This is the first initial toss that you want to do for the cardoon stems. So all the cardoons have gone through their tapioca flour and then their egg wash and then their Brazilian cheese breadcrumbs. And we just keep going. Right, look at those beautiful cardoons just frying in oil. Please use oils like sunflower oil that is not going to cause harm to our bodies, but look at that. You just fry them until they're golden brown on each side, and then they turn into this. Look at this. Look how beautiful those things are. Those are fried cardoons, people. A labor of love.